Hello, Filsinger Games fans. I wanted to do this quick little video to talk about how recently I kind of changed the way that I'm keeping track of my Fed results. And this is something that I've already started with my Legends Fed, and I'm going to be starting with my Champions of the Galaxy Fed with 2138. But I wanted to show you because maybe out there someone will like this idea and will want to take it. But in order to get to what I'm doing now, I have to start back in the beginning. So this is my Legends of Wrestling sort of history binder. This is what I used to do. I used to do this with Champions of the Galaxy. I have so many binders. I probably have 2 or 3 big binders of Champions of the Galaxy stuff that is very much like this. But this is what I used to do. So here's a schedule page. Here's a roster page. And I used to print out individually every card. So every Legends card that I would play, I would just print it out. And then I would write the results right next to what happened. And I did this for Champions of the Galaxy too, when I first started playing. So every card I played, I would type out, I would make a Word document, and then I would print it out, and then I would write the results directly on there. Now, in addition to all this stuff, I would also type my results out to post on gwfpromoter.com or lowpromoter.com. So I still do that as well. But this is what I was doing. I was just printing out 1 page per card, whatever the card was. And then what I would also do, and I did this for Champions of the Galaxy too, for managers, because I do track managers' wins. So I would put the managers down at the bottom. And then if their team won or their wrestler won, I would keep track of that as well. So I did this for a long time. As you can see here, I did year 2, just a page each match. Year 3, a page each match, and so on and so on and so forth. And then I said, you know what, this is a lot of paper, and I'm using up a lot of ink and a lot of paper. So what I'm going to do, that's actually the wrong one, here it is I am going to start, I'm just going to get one of these super cheap, you can get these at Staples or Office Depot or Target, and they're usually like under $1, and it's just college ruled 70 sheets. And so I just started writing out my cards this way, just on 1 page, because the ink kind of goes through. But so this is what I was doing, and yeah, I've been doing this, for a long time. And then to keep track of the managers and stuff, I would put their wins over in the corner. And so I just thought doing it this way, and everything's already all bound together, was a lot more cost effective than printing out a page for every single sheet. Now, I still do print out my roster pages, and if it's something special, I may print it out. But I've moved on from doing that to doing this. Where I would just write here. And then even as I was doing this, and I started, this is all my Garden State Wrestling, or my Golden State Wrestling Fed, not Garden State. But I started doing a Memphis Fed. So what I started doing was using different color pens, red for Memphis, blue for a Golden State Wrestling. So I was catching up with all my Memphis results. And so there's a blue for Golden State Wrestling, and then a red and a blue. So I could look right away and go, okay, this is a Memphis card. This is a Golden State Wrestling card. And then I started a Portland Fed. So we will see here in a second. I started using a green marker, or a green pen, not a marker, for Portland. So it's all mixed up in here. So this is what I've been doing. And I've been doing this for Champions of the Galaxy and Legends of Wrestling for years now. And I think Champions of the Galaxy, I've actually filled up a few of these already. I think this is the first Legends one, so I'm not all the way to the end. But what I decided was playing these games is my hobby. And I really want, I don't know, like when you have a hobby, when you do something like when you're really into something, you want it to look nice. And my handwriting is never going to be nice, but I was like, what's an even better way of doing this? And when I was at Staples, I found these Moleskine notebooks. And I was like, you know what? These are about the same size as this. They're a little smaller, but they're lined on the inside. This is just the Moleskine Classic Collection hardcover ruled notebook. I don't remember how much this was. I think it was under $20, but I got two of them, one for Legends, one for Champions of the Galaxy. And as you can see, this is my Legends one. And what I did was I went on Etsy and I found these great stickers for Portland Wrestling and for Memphis Wrestling. And then I have a store for Golden State Wrestling, and I made up these little stickers. And so I just got those stickers, put them on here. The Portland one came with an extra one for some reason. But anyway, very, very cool. They were super cheap. I think there was like $2 or something like that. So this is now like a hardcover book. And I put the date that I started recording matches in here. And I've left the first couple pages blank because once I get this to where I would like this, this first page is going to be for the Golden State Wrestling World Heavyweight title. So what I'm going to do is I printed these out, and my wife used her Cricut machine to cut these out. So like I will put this in the book right here. I will paste it in, and then I will just start tracking who was the champion. I don't think I'm going to put defenses in here, but I am just going to put like a quick breakdown of who was the champion and how long they held the title, and then, the next champion and so on. I left a page for the tag team thing. Again, I'll get, I don't know if I'll put both belts up there or just one belt, for my TV title, for my, this is for the Southern Heavyweight title for Memphis. And this is the Southern Tag Team title, the Pacific Northwest Championship. And this is just, I just left a page for stats because if I have every year a big tag team tournament, I could write the winners' names in there. And then what I started doing was I just started recording my cards in here. And I'm just trying to keep the handwriting nice. I'm still doing the managers here in the in the margins. And just one per page. So I've only got to one so far. But I'm really liking this because at the end of the day, I could have a bunch of these on a shelf. And it's just like a nice way to go back and look at the history of, your feds. And since I've started this, I have already come up with one little tweak that I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go back and count all my Legends cards and just make them sequential. So this is Memphis Wrestling number 28. This is Portland Wrestling number 26. But I'm going to count up all my Legends cards in the order I played them and just number them sequentially. So there'll still be Golden State Wrestling and Pacific Northwest Wrestling and Memphis Wrestling, but the numbers will just go up one by one because it's the total number of Legends cards that I've played. And then I just always know at a glance, this is my 200th card or whatever. The other thing I always do when I write down here is I also have started doing this, is actually putting dates. I stole this from Corey Olson, but I've started putting actual dates as to when these events took place. But then I also put the current date. So what's the date that I actually played the card out on? So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I think it's a fun thing. I've got my Champions one here that I'm going to set up for 2138. That's the year that it'll start. I've already got my belts ready for this. I think I might need one more tag team belt because I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have another tag team belt. So I need another tag team belt. But anyway, I've got these belts ready, and I got to have my wife use her Cricut machine to cut out a few other ones. But anyway, that's it. What do you think of this? I really think this is just a nice idea where it's like, now I'm not going to go back and put all my history into these books, but going forward, I think this is just a cool, fun thing to grab off the shelf and to flip through, and it's hardcover, and you can look at the stats in the beginning. You know, like I'm not going to get all bullet journal-y where I'm going to draw out a calendar and stuff. I may get out the ruler and draw the lines so it's like, oh, here's the champ's name, here's the date they won it, here's the date they lost it, here's how many, how long their title reign was. But anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I will talk to you soon. Here's one little quick update that I forgot to add when I was doing these videos, is that I also got this little Moleskine notebook. And this is just to jot down ideas and to keep track of feuds. So I just created a simple page: Golden State Wrestling, Memphis Championship Wrestling, Pacific Portland Wrestling. And then I just write down, like right now, Piper and Mr. Perfect are feuding. The Moondogs and the Bolsheviks. Duggan and Morocco over the TV title. Outlaws and Bulldogs over the tag title. Race and Savage over the World Heavyweight title. And Blanchard and Leaping Lanny Poffo. Memphis. Rick McCord and Dennis Condrey. Jackie Fargo, Austin Idol. Sometimes I'll make little notes. So like I made little notes about the titles there. So I'll say why, Dutch Savage versus Destroyer, that is for the title. Adonis versus the Grappler. I can also see myself just writing down little ideas, and this is good if like I have to go out on the road, or if I'm working on a job or something and I don't get a lot to play. I go for a couple weeks without playing. I will have these notes so that I can always remember. Now, what I'm going to do is probably the next page here is going to be my GWF, my Champions of the Galaxy Fed. So I won't have a different book for different feds. This will just be my general Fed idea book. Anyway, I just wanted to update that because as I was finishing up that last video, I saw this book sitting over there. Again, just a little Moleskine notebook that I got at Staples. Relatively inexpensive. These Moleskines can run a little bit pricey, but I think this one was $10 or below. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.